every position I got a diamond at.
But if I'm not getting a Mushu, you ain't getting a Jeremy.
What?
I feel like a young Nomar.
Right to us. We're very friendly. Much love. Why you here, man?
You did me dirty.
And welcome to a brand new episode of Going Deep with Matthew and Jeremy, episode number 62. We are so glad to be here with you guys. My name is Matthew, and of course we have Jerome. How are you doing today, buddy?
Amazing, Matty. Phenomenal as always.
As always.
I always love being back in the studio doing an episode.
That's right. It is the best time of the day, I would say.
Definitely.
And of course, we have a lot of things to talk about today. A lot of Twitter questions that we're going to be getting to, which will be a lot of fun. Cool interactions with fans and stuff like that. But before we even start, we always have to. Let me do it one more time. Always have to start with a random question of the day.
We do always start. Or
and today it's
90%, 99% of the time, unless I'm left alone, it's 99% of the time.
That's true. Exactly.
Because the other day I messed up. I did an end of the episode random question.
It's okay.
But that's okay. My question for you today, Matty.
Let's do it.
Do you remember like being a kid and there's always like a raffle inside of the cereal boxes?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's like turn this in and you have a chance to win. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. You either was inside the cereal box or sometimes you have to cut the outside.
You have to
of the
cut the
carton.
little
the
thing,
the back of it, the coupon, right? Something. Yeah, I got you. The pink. Yeah.
And you had to mail it in.
Yep,
And
yep.
you'd win so and so prize.
Something cool.
Well, Maddie, what if I told you you did that? You went behind your cereal box. Frosted Flakes.
Captain Crunch guy.
Okay, let's say you went behind your Captain Crunch box.
Yeah.
And it had the little slip right there. And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna try this today.
Yeah. Just did it.
Snip,
Just
snip,
said,
snip, snip,
Screw
snip,
it.
snip.
Let's try it.
Maddie, the panda, Tanaka, send it in.
Send it in.
And the people at Kellogg looked going through all of them. You're like, you know what?
Yeah. Just to be clear, it's General Mills for Captain
God
Crunch.
damn it.
Sorry. Go.
So General Mills
Just
is going through
Just
it.
being asked. Go ahead.
And they're looking. Panda. Oh, this guy seems interesting.
Yeah.
Let's pick this name.
They choose me.
All right. So then they pick the name, and then, like you're at home.
Woohoo!
Right? All right. So that happens.
Well,
And then
I
you're
won.
like, what did I win?
Yes.
And then they're like, Maddie, I'm happy to tell you,
Yes.
for one day,
Yeah.
this schmuck has decided to let you be him.
Okay.
You get to be Rob Manfred for the day.
Oh,
And
man.
Implement whatever you want into baseball.
Interesting. Okay.
What would it be?
What would I do?
You're commissioner for the day.
I'm commissioner for the day. Wow, that's a good question. That's a lot of options, avenues I can go. I love the game of baseball. I'm a very old school type of.
You are more traditional.
I am more traditional, in the sense that I like the old school umpires. I don't want none of these new robotic umpires. I hope most people can agree on that. I like the human aspect of the game. There are points where, yes, they make mistakes. Technology has helped a little bit, but at times I feel it's taking us away from just the pure, just love of the game. What is the whole point of going out to go play? Well, why would your parents go tell you, get up off your ass out of the couch, stop playing video games, and go play outside? Because you just enjoy the outside. You just enjoy the sport.
You can make a lot of money playing video games now.
I know you can. But we're talking. That's separate. Because you can. I would like to do that too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, go out there. Just explore out there.
Explore the world.
You go out there to be the world, just to be in the natural world. Don't worry about
Yeah.
any of this extra stuff. And bringing all this stuff has kind of, for me, just made it a little more to,
That?
Yeah, parts of it. I would actually, the only new thing I would do, I would actually implement, I would just say, just do the universal DH 100%, no and ifs or buts.
You liked it.
Let's just do it. Yeah, it's just too much of should we do it, should we not do it? One team likes it more. Funny, I did say that I'm more traditional.
You already said you're more traditional.
that is
Yet you
one
just
thing-
took away one of the most traditional things
right?
about baseball.
But that is the one thing I would say, just go through with it. Technically, it's been an experiment for the past, 60 years since a DH. It's still an experiment. They just chose
To
one
the
league to do
American
it in,
League,
right?
yeah.
Um,
Well, it's because well, a lot of people don't know. It was actually like 2 separate leagues. Each one had a commissioner.
Yep.
And they kind of abided by their own rules. And like, hey, at the end of the year, my best team's taking on your best team.
Yep.
And we're actually not going to like each other.
Yep.
Unlike today's.
Unlike today's, yeah. Well, some exceptions and some.
Except for one team down south.
Yeah. To be honest, is there anything that I would do that would be crazy, that crazy? No. I would actually stop all these new things that are trying to come in. That's what I would do. I would say none of this nonsense of, which we'll get to in a bit, but no, we should start banning the shift. I was like, how about you just learn how to freaking hit?
Well, I'm happy you said that because that actually takes us into one of the topics I want to talk about today.
Cool. Before we get there, are you going to answer when we start talking about this
Yeah,
topic,
while we're talking about it, I will get to mine.
Because I would like to know.
I thought it was a nice way to open up the episode. A lot of baseball news in spring training usually doesn't happen, right? But they have decided, MLB, that schmuck up on top,
Yes.
has decided to, not Matty Tanaka, not this time, has decided to kind of put in some rules, and let's see how this works out. We'll put in the minor league systems. Maybe it makes it to the major leagues. Maybe it doesn't. A recent one that we've seen, pitch clock in between innings, right? That was in the minors. They're like, hey, it worked out. It's coming up to the majors. It's kind of like you're in the minors, you're developing, and once you're ready, you make it to the majors.
Yep.
Same aspect, right?
Only smart thing about that, but yeah.
What game is this?
What do you mean? What game is this?
I hit my nose, and you know what and you're like, that's the word.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know the name of the game.
Oh, I don't know either.
Pictionary?
Is
You know what I'm talking about? Charades.
Charades? Oh, yes. That's when you say, that's when you're doing a gesture, whatever, you're like,
I was hitting my nose right now because, Matty, you hit one of the rules that's coming into play, or talked about being into play, which would be banning the shift.
That's stupid.
And I believe that's going to be in Double-A this year. You're not going to, you have to have 2 infielders on each side of second base, and these infielders can't be in the grass. You didn't like it. Why?
What, banning the shift?
Yeah, because it's essentially, right? Too many people are complaining that everybody's hitting into the shift.
It's a
yada, yada, yada.
It's just a defensive strategy. That's all it is.
It is.
That's all it is. What, you're going to tell now, if hitters start hitting a certain way, it's, they're hitting the ball too well. You can't stand too close to the plate. You have to stand right here.
I mean, technically, that's the batter's box.
Exactly, but how far are we going to go?
True.
What's the difference? They're playing defense. It's just a defensive position. That's all it is. We're the only I forgot who was talking about it, but we're the only ones that technically don't have rules for defensive positioning. In basketball, you can't 3 seconds, you can't do this. Correct. Football, you can't go right. Whatever it is, soccer, you can't be this position, whatever it is, offside, whatever. Baseball, there's nothing. You can do whatever. It's open. It's just a defensive positioning. It's not cheating.
No, it's not. I don't. So I see the pros and the cons. Pro, BAs go up, batting averages go up.
True.
More balls are in play, more hits. Meaning more runners, which means more action, hypothetically speaking.
Just, changing the 3 true outcomes at the moment, which is
strikeout, walk, home run. That's what we're at, right? So would this change that? More than likely.
Yeah.
The thing I don't like about it is that I think you should be able to put on a shift, but I don't think you should be able to go in the outfield grass.
Okay, that's fine.
Because, obviously
like
we're
Shagger.
Here. Yeah, we're here in LA, right? LA, we see a lot of the West Coast teams. One of the ones that made me so mad, San Diego Padres do this a lot. Manny Machado's in left field. Or right field. I'm sorry. He's literally playing right field.
Yeah.
And Will Myers or whoever it is behind him is playing at the wall.
Yeah.
That's something that doesn't make sense to me.
That's fine.
Because you're obviously taking away the ground ball, right?
Yeah.
The ball that got through, not going to work out because this guy's 30 feet into the grass. You're going to be out every time. Not only that, the range. He has range, right? More time to move over, get the ball, whatever it might be. That's where I draw the line.
That's fine.
I don't think you should be allowed to basically have 2 right fielders.
I like that, yeah, because it's too softball-ish.
Extremely. I think it's fine to...
No, I'm not talking about fast. I'm talking about that softball that we played,
Beer.
Yeah, beer league softball. I just want to make it clear.
Yeah.
Just a roamer. Go wherever.
Exactly, the 4 outfielders, right? That's basically what happens there. And to me, that's what... Right there, this is the line. I can't have another guy out there taking away a hit where the guy smokes it 100 miles per hour off the bat. And in the books, 5-3.
Yep.
Doesn't make sense.
I'm cool with that.
So I my original idea was allow the shift, but you can't go on the grass.
Okay.
That way, you cover your avenues. The ball's smoked. He deserves a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Weak grounder, toss him out. Don't care.
Yeah. No, there'll be no seeing eye singles on the right side
Exactly.
or the right side, whatever way you're.
They don't even do it on the left side. Let's be honest.
They don't.
How many
really.
shifts do you see on? I don't understand that part either. But
Oh, because most. Yeah, interesting, huh? You're a good
they
point.
they still pull the ball like crazy. Why not have? I've seen a bit of a shift, but it's never
It
like
has to be something with the numbers and research they've done that lefties,
probably whatever it is
more susceptible, or whatever it is.
to pulling or whatever it is. But because you'll see it against righties. It happened against the Dodgers a lot. I think Mookie got shifted on a couple times.
He gets shifted on MLB The Show. Every time I face a
He
righty,
does. It's just whoop.
whoop. It's one way.
Yeah, there's a handful of guys I get
Yeah.
it, right? But it's not even all the time.
Yeah.
It's like every now and then, whatever it is. So on that one, I think they're headed in the right direction regarding the shift. But
not completely.
You don't need to have two guys on each side of the
Yeah,
base.
because then
I could care less about that.
because then we're gonna give them like you can only play this spot. You just all like third base was only right here.
Yeah, and you see, I don't need that. Go ahead. You want to move third baseman over? Move.
I mean,
him over.
outfielders,
Okay.
like you're an outfielder. Well, they're gonna tell you, oh, you can't shade, you can't go back, you gotta be right there where you are. That sucks.
Yeah,
There's some.
I like to
there's-
pride myself on putting myself in a decent position.
Yeah, there's some strategy to that.
No, there is. There's definitely strategy to it. You see the way the guy's not going to pull the ball. He's going.
He's late. Whatever it is.
He's extremely late.
Yeah,
it ain't going this way. Shade over. Tell the other guy. Actually, for me, I play center. So
Yeah.
let's say right-handed batter. He's extremely late. Right fielder, push towards the line.
Yeah.
I'll slide over, and just in case this guy makes an over adjustment,
Yeah.
where it's just
He just yanks it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
keep the line.
You
Screw
stay
the,
your
screw
regular.
the left field center field gap. Don't matter to me.
Don't matter. He's probably not gonna. He's either gonna yank it or he's gonna be late. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna find that in between.
True. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. What if they stopped you from doing that? Because I'm not saying it's the same. I understand that, but you're kind of giving restrictions on you can't play here. You can't do that. That's not fair. It's like,
No, I agree.
Hit better.
I
You
think
know?
they should hit better.
And then they make us. They always. I forgot who it was, but someone made examples like, all the hitters they named who. It's affecting that don't affect the shift. That's why just take it out. But they're naming like Tony Gwynn and it's like these guys are these guys
you can't name older players at this point.
These guys. Oh, sorry.
To me,
I had readjust.
you can't say people from 2010 and lower.
Well, even that they were just saying Hall of Famers though, like Rod Carew. So these guys will hit anything and they will hit it anywhere. It doesn't matter if you shift.
You
them.
need to take the guy that hits 260, 270 a year.
Yep.
That should be your comparison.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not your superstars. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you superstars, you can't do that.
So that was one of the rules. Another rule that I'm not too fond of. At AAA, they're planning on increasing the base,
I saw that.
the width of the base and length by 3 inches apiece. Hopefully less. Do you see people crash that much?
I
Bases?
don't. Is that what the main?
That's what the idea is, to create less traffic or whatever it is.
Because the guys are bigger. It's not NBA where they need to extend the baseline. This is
No.
different. The baseline. Sorry.
The
Oh no, they still call it the baseline.
It's no baseline.
Yeah.
No.
Kind of weird.
Oh, and they're hoping another part would be more successful steal attempts. Those extra 3 inches.
Because the bag's bigger.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You do that, the stolen base rate is gonna be a lot higher. How many do we see where it's like ball just gets in there?
Yeah, it happens. I still think.
I feel like that's majority of the
Yeah.
outs, give or take.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just like it's a second or two. It's not that much.
I know, but I don't like this one actually.
I don't.
Not a fan of it.
It's just kind of. I don't know. I didn't really hear like a complaint was because the bags are too small.
I don't know who thought this was a good idea. You know what I would be in favor of almost would be like that orange bag on the side of first.
So you don't have to just step on. You just step on the side.
Just step on the bag.
You don't get hurt.
How many? Remember Bryce Harper's nasty injury?
And Bryce Harper, Garrett Richards with the Angels when he was in Boston. That was nasty. Like he stepped on that.
There's been a handful of injuries. I'm
Yeah.
not. That was just the one that really stuck in my mind around Bryce Harper. Right. That's your at that time face of the MLB.
Yeah.
Out for the season and hasn't really been the same since.
Yeah, I think the reason that one is I like it, but it's just a tough one because we have to implement a little more. What was I gonna say? Like technology, because what the batter let's say the infielder, the first baseman. Let's say it's a ball hit to the pitcher. He's running.
It's not as like clear cut, right?
It's not as clear cut. If
if you get in the right position, it's dumb. But bags are here. I'm behind it. If I look straight, I can see both.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hypothetically speaking,
I get what you're saying. That's a good idea. Just how would they? They'll find a way. But that's the only one I would say would be.
it'd be questionable.
That'll be the
By
part
the way,
where
that's
you're like,
not something that's being implemented. That was just an idea of mine. Maybe that'll be my one.
okay, cool. It's not bad.
Another one that we have. So we talked about our shifts. Didn't really agree on it to a certain extent.
Yeah. I mean, I get. I liked some of your points about the not going into the outfield. I'm cool with that, but the general shift.
You should be able to shift. To me, you can't go in the outfield.
Yep.
In high A this year, they want to implement a rule that would not allow you to pick off. In order to pick off, you have to step off the rubber.
Mm.
Righties kind of get the quote unquote advantage to third base.
Uh-huh.
Lefties get the advantage to first base.
Mm-hmm.
How many times do you see a guy get picked off at third?
Very unlikely.
Right. So it's more going to affect the lefties and being able to hold the runners on. Once again, this is going into stealing.
Yeah.
Can I steal? Can I not steal?
They want them to steal. They're trying to.
And somebody with the laptop said steals are interesting, and I think they are. I like seeing people steal.
Well, I think steals are interesting. I just think that the modern baseball analytics says that the steal is
Useless.
Useless or just you have.
It's not very efficient. I think
it's not efficient. You're more likely to get picked off or not picked off, thrown out than contributing, whatever it is.
Whatever it might be, right? So I said,
like steals too.
I like steals. However, I think this is a little bit overboard.
I agree.
I think if you have a little trick play, use a trick play, man.
Yeah, and how often do we see trick plays?
Exactly.
very
Like
often.
it's not necessarily a trick play, but standing on the rubber, making it look like you're going to the plate.
Exactly.
But really, I'm going to first. If you are in baseball at that level,
Yeah.
a decent base runner, you should be able to tell 9 out of 10 times,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Unless that guy, like the Julio Urias,
Yeah.
that dude is right on the freaking line.
He is.
Crossing the knee, not crossing the
Yeah.
knee, right? He gets called for box pretty common. Like,
Yep.
a
And he
handful
picks
of
off a
times.
lot of guys too.
But then he also picks off a lot of
Yeah.
guys, right? Because he's like,
you don't
teeters
know.
the line.
Yep.
Those are the guys that are tougher on.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about this one. Plus, being a left-handed pitcher, you have to like kind of reinvent your whole pickoff game
Yeah, you do.
because your whole game has been to do right. Like
Mhm.
lift the leg, go to 1st.
Mhm.
Lift the leg, go to first.
Shoot.
So
I'm not a pitcher or a lefty.
so there's that one. This one seems a little interesting. Across low A this year,
Mm-hmm.
you only get 2 step offs or two pickoffs per batter.
Okay.
Per plate, not per batter, per plate appearance.
Interesting. Just have to move, consider a balk. Wow. Okay. Damn.
Thoughts? Penny for your thoughts?
Again, like I just feel like these are extra things. Like we're
It's
trying.
it's all towards base stealing.
We're trying to take out. I know, and they're trying to do that. Also, a lot of it has to do with the pace of play, right? Because they want
This one probably base stealing and pace of play.
because they don't want people to keep throwing over. But this is like let's just say it's a. I don't know what's the best way to describe it. It's like a 200-pound. Let's just say 200-pound elephant, whatever. And you're trying to have them lose weight, and we're doing with the things we're doing. It's like losing like an ounce. Like it's not doing anything.
Okay.
I tried my best to make it seem a little, but you get what we're just doing like
I understand what you're
super
saying.
crazy things that cut off the hour,
Yeah.
but these things are gonna cut off like half a second overall.
Okay. No, I agree. This one to me,
It's just a little extra.
This one's
you
way
could probably find
too extra
other
to me.
stuff to limit and don't show too many commercials. I was kidding.
no. You know what? So your commercial idea. So as you know, I'm great friends with Nomar,
Yeah,
and we have conversations all the time.
I know you do.
That would've been so cool.
He's a pal.
He's a pal of mine. But seriously though, we kind of talked about this, and he kind of had the idea. Football does this.
Uh-huh.
Have the commercial break during the game.
Yeah. They've been doing that. They've been trying to. You can tell they've been
Like
doing a
you
little
do it
long.
on the side.
Uh-huh.
You do your 30-second clip,
Uh-huh.
whatever it is. That's money all day.
Yeah.
That allows you to speed up your game.
Mhm.
You don't have to have these super long innings.
Yep.
Not innings, I'm sorry. But these long breaks in between innings. Like,
Uh-huh.
how long is that that inning break? when you're watching it on TV.
It's a
It's a little while, right?
Yeah.
And if it's a nationally televised game,
Yeah.
it's even longer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes these pitchers need 2 seconds. Sometimes they need the whole minute.
Yeah. True.
Kind of varies per the pitcher, but I think that would be an idea to kind of cut down time because you're not worried about it. You're just, hey, you ready? Okay, let's go.
I agree.
Like these infielders don't need 30 balls before the first pitch, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's an idea that could be incorporated here. Last one, probably the most, I think it's the most intriguing. I'm going to say most intriguing here. The Low A Southeast only league will be using automatic ball and strike system. Robo umps.
Yeah. That's a no for me. That's a no for me, dog.
That's a no for me, dog.
That's
Yeah.
a no for me, dog.
So I had an interesting conversation on Twitter about this the other day where somebody thought the human element was taking over the game.
Like too much.
Like there was too many bad calls.
Okay.
So where it's like, this doesn't work.
Okay.
And yes and no, right? Human element's part of the game. However, the human element also rewards.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, if I'm Jacob deGrom and I'm known to be a strike thrower and I'm painting that corner,
Yeah.
maybe it's a half an inch off the plate,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm consistent.
Yeah.
You're going to give me the call, right?
Hell yeah. You're Jacob
Because I'm
DeGrom.
consistent. It's not only Jacob deGrom,
Yeah.
but
But you're consistent, yeah.
I'm consistently there. I'm not throwing it 3 inches inside. It's not going 2 inches high.
Not hitting the guy.
It's not doing anything where it's like you're wild. These aren't real strikes, right? When
Yep.
you're wild, you really got to work for a strike.
Yes.
But when you're constantly just boom, boom,
Mm-hmm.
boom, and it's damn near the same spot every time, you're going to get the call.
Yep.
Consistency. That's what you would take away from these games. So a guy like Jacob deGrom, who paints the corners at 100 miles per hour very well, maybe it's a little off.
Beautiful.
How does that affect his pitching going forward, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm dominant right here. I learned the past 10 years
Mm-hmm.
to pitch in this lane. Now I got to move it over 3 inches towards somebody's barrel that I'm trying to avoid already.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just, right now when you were also talking, I was also thinking in the midst of it, just imagine how well these players are getting at studying, and even the upper, Dodgers and all, their analytics team and everything they're gonna study it so well. They're gonna say, learn exactly where the strike zone is. It's basically learning. You're gonna memorize where.
No, you'll definitely know where
right?
it is.
You're gonna memorize where the robo ump, right? It's gonna call a ball a strike, and these guys are too good to give you guys from here to here, from here to here. I'm doing from east to west, north to south. That's your strike zone. These guys are gonna be way too good to be like laying off. I'll lay that off.
Mm-hmm.
We do that now. Teams are doing it now.
The
And you're
Dodgers
like,
are already a great
the
walking
Dodgers are already a
team.
good walking team or whatever, or the Red Sox from 2018. You're like,
Oh,
how-
that Red Sox team
right?
was terrific.
How do they do it? And no
And
robo ump, but
2017 Astros did it too.
I hope you're right. Forgot about that.
They were great at taking
but
laying
anyways,
off
you get what I'm
pitches.
saying? Like, they're gonna start learning. It's like, dude, these pitchers are gonna have no chance, man. Now you're gonna need pitchers to throw more than 100 miles per hour. None of these 90.
No, because
91.
painting the spots don't matter no more.
It won't because now you'll know where
Exactly.
And that just takes away from me, and it's just the art of, you're gonna see those beautiful. You don't want to see 99 from Dustin May cutting in, and he might hit, like you just said, starts from the freaking. It's gonna break 18 damn inches from the outside to inside, and you're gonna be like, yeah, unfortunately, he was half an inch off. That's a ball.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, you know what? Fuck this robo up.
Well, let me give you a better one.
Yeah.
I need to get more people to use, but Clayton Kershaw's curveball
Yeah.
breaks what? How many inches?
Yeah, a lot.
Do you think a guy like Clayton can learn to leave that ball at your head
Yeah.
and right before it crosses is going to be at the tip of the zone?
Yeah.
Do you think a guy like that can learn it?
I mean,
Yes, right?
yeah, technically, and eventually you will. Eventually you will.
I don't think it'll take him any time at all to master that.
Yeah, and these guys again are
These guys
professionals.
are
They're
Extremely
decision making when deciding when to swing at the ball. It's ridiculous.
So, if I learn how to leave it at the tip, I can put it in a place where literally you can't hit it.
Yep.
I will leave it at your head
Yep.
for, 60 inches?
Uh-huh.
60 feet,
Yeah.
and 5 inches of that ball is at your head.
Yeah.
That last inch, I'll make it break into
Yeah.
it. Does that seem realistic to hit?
No.
you'll never hit it.
Yeah.
And if you do, how are you swinging at it?
It's gonna look funny.
Uppercut as hell, right?
Yeah.
Fly ball,
Yeah. Pop
foul
up.
ball,
Pop up,
whatever it
yeah,
might
whatever
be,
it
right?
is.
That's the issue too.
Yeah.
And these guys are too damn good.
Yeah.
They will figure out the quote unquote cheats to the game.
Yep. You're always trying to get an edge.
Exactly. Use a guy, Walker Buehler, spin rate, one of the highest,
Yep.
right? He already has a rising fastball.
Mm-hmm.
I can leave that ball, quote unquote, under your knees,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll land in the strike zone.
Technically,
You'll
yep.
never swing at it, right? Because the whole time, that ball is going low.
Yep.
These pitchers are too good. They'll figure out the little nooks and
those guys
crannies on where
the
to
pitchers
throw
are
it.
good too. Yeah, we're giving a little too much to the hitters too, but you're right. The pitchers are
But
phenomenal.
It goes
as well.
both ways, right?
Yep.
But I think to me, it's just ridiculous. I don't want to see a beach ball thrown
Yeah.
up and
I mean,
nobody can hit it.
they can get harder on regulations or on rules for the umpires to be like, hey man, if you keep calling a shitty ass game, you're gonna get demoted.
AKA Angel Hernandez.
Exactly.
I think the Premier League does it. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
I'm not positive, but there should be a relegation system.
There should. I think
Straight
there should
up,
be.
there should be a relegation system. If
They-
you're not doing good through the first 3 months or a month of the season,
Yeah.
like
Let's just
you're
say
averaging a 20% missed call,
Yes,
or miss
exactly.
whatever it is, AAA. You obviously need work,
yes.
and there's
Right.
no.
I think that's a good one because then you force these umpires to like, you know what? Let's not. I'm not.
I gotta
gonna
be better.
I gotta be better. I'm not gonna sit. Yeah, mistakes happen, but mistakes are mistakes. So you should be at least in, let's just say, 70%. Right calls, whatever. Maybe not a right call thing. More of on how many times have you gotten something wrong? If you're
making 100 calls, right? Or let's see.
100 calls.
How many pitches do you think are thrown in a game?
Oh,
Like
gosh.
400. Let's just say 400 pitches.
Yeah.
If you get 350 right, that's actually a low amount.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like you get 370. 370
Yeah.
and maybe an extra 30
I mean,
are those consistent calls.
yeah. What I was also gonna say is like, and I'm pretty sure they have the science for this. 350. Let's just go 350 out of those 400 calls. But out of those 50 that you miss, how far are they from the zone of being correct? Right? Because
That's easy to
that's
block.
another. That's
an easy
another.
block.
That's another little line. Because if you're like we said, if we're gonna give half an inch, whatever, maybe the umpire was half
But
an
be
inch.
consistent.
Be consistent, right? But if you're like way off, we've seen some guys.
Angel
The ball's
Hernandez.
like by the head and the freaking that's a strike, or the ball's right
Or the
down the
ball-
middle, and you're
and-
like, that's a ball. Those are egregious. You cannot
Yes.
do that.
Like now, there's certain ones that make sense to me. For instance, I talked about being consistent and being wild.
Yep.
If I'm wild and Gary Sanchez is set up inside,
Yep.
but I throw it on the outside part of the plate, and let's just say it catches 2
Yeah.
inches of the plate,
Uh huh.
that's technically going to be a ball, right? Like he's not going to call it a strike because your glove was here
Yeah.
and your glove was here.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. You can't see it, but my hand is on the inside and I move it all the way wide.
Yep.
It's in the strike zone.
It is in the strike zone.
But look at my
We've
setup,
Yeah.
right? Now that would be something maybe I'm sure they can find a way to plot it. That would be
Yeah.
the only issue with that one to me.
Yeah.
Just right away, off the top of my head, that'd be the only issue. Like pitcher setup, catcher's inside.
You don't like those, huh? Like when they set up. Wait, or you say
No, I'm fine with it
Got
because you're not being consistent.
got it. But what if it was that one time? You get that. When they set up really inside and
Yeah.
then the ball. You see the catcher catch it maybe. So example, I'm right now my hands in my chest, and then I'm like, this is where I want it, and I'm inside or outside, let's say, and then the pitch comes and I catch it now by my shoulder, but technically I'm in the strike zone now because I was set up so inside. Is that technically for you? Should that be called a strike, or should it be like?
It depends. My thing would be how far are you moving?
Mm.
If you're moving a ridiculous amount, arms almost stretched out, I'm not gonna give it to you
Okay,
personally.
fair enough.
Now you're a catcher. How many times have you?
Well, like couple times, dude. I haven't counted in a while.
Okay,
If I did,
back in your catching
I'd be
days,
pissed.
how many times?
I'd be pissed.
You'd be mad, but how many times have you been set up inside? It was a ball, but because you were set up inside,
Sometimes they give
you
you
got the
strike.
call.
Yeah, I got it
because
before.
it looks like he's hitting his spot.
Yeah, you basically set up on the edge of the plate, and that's where you want it. You want it there, and let's just say it's a left-handed hitter, so I'm stepping to my right, so I'm trying to get really close, and you're hugging that line. And sometimes if you catch it right in the middle, technically you might be a little off, but they'll give it to you because it looks like actually
It hit the spot.
I'm in the middle because let's say this guy's like super
Yes.
far.
Whatever
He
it
could be
might be.
stepping really behind. He's more like an Egon style, where he's way in the back of the plate, in the back of the box, or far from the box, or vice versa. A guy who crowds the plate, you're all the way.
You cut up inside.
You're all the way outside, right?
No, it looks like a strike too.
Now it looks like a strike too, or even sometimes it looks like a ball, and that's when you get mad because you're like, dude, that's a ball, but that's a strike. But he's so
inside
that makes it look like he's it's far away from him. So that's a game though.
That's part of the game, right?
That's
part of the game, and I think that's the element I don't want to see taken away.
Yeah,
I enjoy consistency. Oh, the thing I was gonna mention is like during baseball season, it gets to be the absolute worst because my feet are just constantly like, this guy missed a call, and I'll be watching the game live. I'm like, bro, this dude was set up inside. That dude threw it like at the corner, other side of the corner. You're not gonna get the call. That's just in my head. Every single time I'm like,
I got you.
Look at where he set up. Yeah, it's a strike. But you want the inside pitch that he was trying to throw, which probably would be 2 inches off the plate, or you want the one all the way over there that he doesn't want.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Like, you take the good with the bad
Yeah.
on that one. I think I got one more rule for you, Maddie. At low A, the West Coast League only, teams will add timers to enforce time between pitches, inning breaks, and pitching changes. So basically, they're going to time everything.
Okay.
It's going to be new regulations beyond the current system that's used.
Okay. Interesting.
AAA, AA. This goes back to me saying throw your ads up.
Yes.
While he's warming up.
Exactly. That's all we got to do for that one.
I think
that's pretty straightforward.
Throw your ads up while he's doing that, and if it's really the crunch time, like let's get the game going.
Yeah.
Half the time these pitchers are ready before.
Mm-hmm.
Like every conversation I've had with somebody, like half the time we don't even want to be out there.
Yeah.
Like this dude's already warm, but idiot behind the plate says nope.
7.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait another 50 seconds or whatever it is,
Yeah.
because that's when TV's back on. I can't start you right away.
Yeah, you're right. No, I get it.
So that would be the only issue with me. Like you honestly don't need them.
No, you don't.
They'll be ready before you're ready.
They'll be fine.
Those are our rule changes
Yes, it
of
was.
the day. So my random question really tied into it.
Went into baseball.
Into these baseball changes because it just seems ridiculous. Maddie, what was your rule again?
What?
What was your rule?
My rule would be like stop with these new rules. That's the one. That would be my rule.
You had one. Oh, universal DH.
Oh, universal DH
That
would
was
be
your rule.
for sure. Yeah.
Universal
I would
DH.
put that one.
My idea.
Shift, but nobody in the outfield.
Nobody in the outfield, or I came up with the bag on the outside of first.
Oh yeah, the bag on the outside, the orange one.
Commercials during the game, while they're playing on the side.
Yep.
Should work out great. Moving on, Maddie. We had a winner this week.
We did.
We did a giveaway. Off of our last question, off episode 61.
Yep.
Posted 3 questions. Asked everybody, what are the 3 questions? Question number 1 was, what food did I want to bring on? What food did you want me to bring to Fast Foodies?
Yes. What I asked you and you answered?
Buffalo wings.
That's true.
I enjoy Buffalo wings, and
Buffalo
I would like
Wild
to see what
Wings
they
exclusively, but yes.
Yes, I do enjoy Buffalo Wild Wings. If anybody wants to send me a gift card for that.
Number 2.
Question number 2, Maddie. What team did you have coming in second in the AL Central?
That is true. That was the White Sox for me.
That was the White Sox.
That was the White Sox.
You fool.
I know.
The question number 3 was, who did I think was a AL Cy Young candidate?
For you, yep.
Candidate out of the AL Central, Lucas Giolito.
Lucas Giolito.
Of your future AL champion White Sox. That was it.
Yeah,
those are the 3 questions. And our winner, Gina Amador, answered them correctly.
She did. She answered it, so.
And she won our new floral much loved T-shirt.
There we
We're
go.
gonna go ahead and show everybody
Congratulations.
what that great thing looks like. But congratulations, Gina, and thank you for listening.
And thanks for answering the questions.
And thanks for answering the questions. Participation is key. Maddie.
Can't win if you don't play.
Exactly. Twitter questions that we had this week.
Let's do it.
You and I have had this conversation before.
We have.
The Hall of Fame. We have had a lot of these conversations actually because it keeps coming up somehow. I asked the Twitterverse, or we asked the Twitterverse, which Hall of Fame was easier to get into?
Great question.
And you and I both agreed. We've stated on the show multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball's the hardest.
We believe baseball's the hardest, yes.
Yes. So the 4 options were baseball, hockey, football, and baseball, and basketball. I put baseball twice.
I noticed. I just saw that.
It was basketball and basketball.
Wah.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Okay.
So it was basketball. We had over 350 votes.
Awesome.
Thank you for everybody who participated again. Would you like to guess the order? Did you see the order already?
No, I'll try to guess.
All right.
Just based off what I believe, baseball's going to be number one, so that should have the fewest votes.
Correct.
That is-
Baseball, 7. Actually, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. Oh,
Baseball
okay.
was at 17%.
Okay, so then we have hockey, football, and basketball. I'm going to go ahead and just throw a wrench out there. Just say, no suspension, no suspense. Basketball is definitely the easiest one.
Basketball at 50%, so over 150 people stated basketball was the easiest Hall
I
of
think
Fame.
it's the easiest.
And
Now,
all the comments were like, no doubter, basketball.
yeah. So now it's been between hockey and football, and we've been open to know, hockey and football not technically something that we know so much about. I'm gonna go hockey as the one that people chose the most, just because I know the least about it, and then football at third.
So football went at 24%,
Uh-huh.
and hockey was at 9%.
Hockey's the hardest one for them.
Apparently.
Interesting.
I have no knowledge of that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, we don't. So
I have zero knowledge of it. It was just up there.
That's why
as another sport.
That's why I went there. Football, I've seen the players who have gone in. I've watched a little more because I actually those videos. The guy comes in, he goes, he knocks. Have you seen that? And he's like, I want to thank you for what you've done for the game. What you're gonna do for the game. What you will be for the game. But and then everyone's like, it's not real, man. You see like freaking 250-pound studs and just built up guys like, we made it Hall of Fame, which is cool though. At the end of the day, it's really nice. It's a really touching. I saw the one with Calvin Johnson, Megatron.
Okay.
Super cool. But that's why I won't go with third. I've seen some of the players. Look at some of. I don't know exactly. Most of them are fucking amazing, but I can't tell you.
If I had to just look at it, I would say basketball was the easiest one because Chauncey Billups was in it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that's my
that one sticks to you. Huh?
That one's the one that I think of it. I'm like, why are they the easiest? And I'm like, Chauncey Billups. I don't know his numbers off the top of my head, but I can almost guarantee you he doesn't have more than 7 All-Star appearances.
Well, we talked about it. I think basketball, the thing they've done incorrectly is not make just a NBA Hall of Fame.
NBA, WNBA Hall of Fame over here.
Yep.
College basketball Hall of Fame over here.
Yeah.
And Europeans and
Yeah.
whatever else you want to include,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't think it'll ever happen, but that's what they need to do to make it a little bit
right now
easier
it's just
or harder.
Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
So. Okay, interesting. Okay. All right. Well, hey, man, I don't know too much, so I'm not going to say that, but baseball for me is definitely the hardest one.
And everybody else agreed with you. Maddie, this past week, I put on my overrated NBA lineup.
I was fantastic.
And I had a decent reaction to it. People agreed with me on some of them. I got somebody said 10 out of 10, and I was like, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. The one that I got questioned about was my first one, so I'm going to go ahead and give you my lineup. Tell me where I'm missing. Tell me who needs to be there.
Okay.
My overrated lineup starting at point guard was Boston's Kemba Walker.
I actually like that one.
To me, money and play. At the end of the day, money has to be involved on whether or not you are overrated, right? Because if I say you're a max player, I said you're the cream of
the creme de la creme.
Yes, exactly.
I better be getting paid like that.
Exactly.
Got it.
So if you're gonna get paid that way, you better perform that way.
Cool.
Kemba hasn't really been on the court. When he is, he's not Kemba from down in New Orleans, Charlotte.
New Orleans. Okay.
My second one was Donovan Mitchell.
Ooh, interesting.
I think he's been great, but I think
still overrated for you.
He's a little overrated for me on Superstar.
Got it.
Superstar, to me, again, you're an absolute superstar. You're top 5.
Okay.
Don't call yourself a superstar. I don't want nobody calling you a superstar if you're not an actual superstar. You're a star.
Fair.
You're a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, he's also missing an aspect to make sure that they're going to win. Right now, this Utah Jazz team, yes, they're one in the West, which is the best league, right?
Yep.
Our hardest conference.
Mm-hmm.
But you have I look at you, and I see the Atlanta Hawks from a few years ago.
Okay.
And right now, he's like, who's on that team? He's Al Horford.
Al Horford, Joe Johnson.
He's Joe Johnson.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a bucket, but missing something else.
What's his name?
Josh Smith.
Josh Smith. Oh my gosh.
Josh Smith was on that team. Kyle Korver.
That guy was overrated.
Lou Will was on that team.
I know. For 1 year.
Yeah, Lou Will was on that team. Small forward, Andrew Wiggins. Former number 1 pick.
I like that one.
Again, max money, doesn't perform as either player.
Yep.
To me, is like the third option. Okay, he's not the third option, but he's probably like the second option on this bad Warriors team. To me, you've made it to my overrated list. Power forward, 76ers, Tobias Harris. Again, max money, doesn't perform to the top of the league.
Cool.
I think he's a good player.
Yep.
But you are not what people say you are.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
last one, DeAndre Ayton, former number 1 pick. I read a report the other day,
Uh-huh.
and you tell me if this is crazy. Word around the league is that if the Suns get a center, they will be scary. If somebody's going to say you need a center,
Yeah.
and your number 1 pick was a center,
Yep.
something's missing, right?
No, definitely missing.
And it didn't say a backup center.
No, I just said a center.
It said a center. They need a center. They don't have a center.
Interesting. Wow.
So that's why he made my overrated list.
I like that. Can I go ahead and maybe put in a few names that I think
Give me it.
should involve there? I was just looking and I was just thinking. Okay. I love your Kemba. Definitely keep Kemba up there. Sorry, Kemba. Of
course you do.
Kemba's there. I'm going to take a Donovan Mitchell. I'm going to put another guy. I'm going to do it positionless again.
You're gonna, now you
A
want
guy
to
who-
go positionless, but when I went positionless.
Hey, I won the vote. Okay.
Oh.
But when it comes down to this, yeah, because he can play shooting guard or point guard. Kemba, and I'm going to go D'Angelo Russell.
Ooh, okay.
He got paid.
That's
he got,
fair.
He got paid. He got paid.
He's
So
been
I like your
injured this past 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I understand injuries happen, but like you said, money is money,
Money does speak.
and he is getting paid.
Yes.
Wiggins, I'll keep with Wiggins. I like that one. Power forward, I think Tobias is a good choice for me. Even though he plays center, power forward. Not as I see him more play, I feel like he's very dependent on who's around him, and he has to have a system. And without his Splash Brothers, he's not much of a threat. And that's
Draymond.
Green. I think he's quite overrated, in my opinion. If you take these players out, put them somewhere, and tell them, "Hey, lead the team," they're not going to do it. That's my
Agreed.
opinion, right?
That is
Right? Because
definitely
if you put Kawhi is overrated, but you take Kawhi and put him on a team, Kawhi can do it. We've
Yes.
seen him do it. All right?
Fair
Paul
enough.
George is a good one. He might even be on here. But here's the center that I'm going to
Paul
go
George
with.
is a little tough.
He's a little tough. He's a little better. Here's a center that I'm going
Rudy
with.
Gobert.
No, and I'm going to go ahead and maybe people go like, "What? How can you say that?" It's just my opinion because I feel like if you take him out, you put him on another team. I'm not sure if he's
Joel
that,
Embiid.
he's that good. Close to Joel Embiid. I think Joel Embiid is good. I just think he's a little injury prone. His name is Gato, and that's Karl Anthony Towns. Cat. Cat Gato. I thought it was funny.
I was gonna put Cat.
Karl Anthony Towns for me, man. So far, I know he's good, but the 1 and 2 of the 2015 class?
Whatever it is. Been in the league for a minute.
That's
already.
Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell. Both of them go on my number 1 pick,
Fair.
like you
Very
said.
fair.
Got money. I know he puts up numbers, but he's a
He puts up numbers on a bad team.
very a la Kevin Love before he left.
I mean,
Just absolutely.
okay. Kevin Love definitely played in a bad place. Elevated numbers, right? Inflated
Yeah.
numbers, but he was still pretty decent.
I feel like he was a little overrated, and then he kind of found his
He found
place,
the way to
his
play
niche,
with
and he got
LeBron.
better. And then now he's just old.
Now he's just an older,
he's just an older
broken
guy.
down
What can you do?
man.
But yeah, I think
Nice.
I like those. Aiden is a good one.
No,
So
Cat
all these guys
is
are good, but
perfect.
Cat and D'Angelo
Cat.
are the ones I would for sure add to be
I'm
like.
still in Russell Island, but I'll accept it.
I know. At the moment, he's so far.
No, he
proving
is.
to be
I'll give it to you.
kind of like Joe Kelly's a bust for the Dodgers as a signing. It's a truth. He has a
know
great
what?
face, but he's been pretty bad.
No, he hasn't been great, but Joe Kelly will forever be etched as a Dodger great because
A Dodger favorite just because of his
No,
face.
he's gonna be
Literally, just nothing.
he is
did
a
on the
Dodger
field.
legend.
Nah.
If that face doesn't go up in the freaking stadium, I will lose it.
I like a fat head. We
Okay,
can eat a
I'll
fat
accept
head.
the fat head. Oh, that would be awesome in here. Yes. Okay.
That's a good one,
Joe Kelly threw at them. He said what he had to say.
Yeah.
That's why
Nice
he's a
little
legend.
bitch. All right.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up, so
last
let's finish this up.
Oh, I forgot to put something on here, but I'll tell you right afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Who you taking?
Yes, that was your last question. Well, one of
That
the
is
questions.
our last question of the week. I think we're gonna try to do. I like this one.
That's
I
good.
think we're gonna try to do this weekly.
Great
Put
questions,
out
by
a
the way.
thing. Prime D Wade
Yes.
or Prime Mello?
Very nice. Very nice.
We actually have a poll going. Not a finished result right now.
No
but
worries. You
One
don't have
is
to,
in the lead.
you want to? Yeah.
One of them is in.
Yeah, and
the lead.
I'm my guess is D Wade. I will go with D Wade, only because I think, he will at the moment he's going down as the 3rd best shooting guard of all time. I would go.
Does James go ahead of him? I think it depends if James wins, right?
Exactly. That's why I'm like at the moment. So he's 3 or 4
Mhm.
best shooting guards of all
He's
time.
a better passer.
James
Harden's a better.
but D Wade is pretty good defensively at his
He's
day,
better
at his
defensively.
prime time. That's the thing. Melo, I don't know if he's gonna go down as a top 5 small forward. Right?
KD, LeBron,
Kawhi.
Larry. Right now, you said season or careers end tomorrow. I'd put Melo over Kawhi.
Yeah, but if season tomorrow, but at the end of the day,
like if careers ended tomorrow.
if it ended tomorrow, it'll be very close.
The knock would be he didn't win. The dude has 2 gold medals still.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But at the same time, most likely, knock on wood, because we don't.
More than likely, Kawhi.
Kawhi's going to be going on.
Let's just say, so he's at like 5, right?
Yeah.
4 or 5. Who's ahead of him?
I mean, you still have like the other small. If you depends, the positions change as you get, but like you mentioned Larry already, right?
Yeah.
You said Larry.
Elgin?
I think he was a small forward technically. Right? Does he go down? That's
Maybe
what I'm saying.
He goes to the top 10.
He gets pushed back a bit.
Yeah, he's probably that's a tough one. And to me, it's not even a ring thing.
No, it's not. It's not. I didn't mention the rings. I
No,
just said
it's
who's
not a ring.
behind.
It's just tough to say where he ends
Yeah,
up.
like D Wade, as great as D Wade could ever be, he's never going to pass Jordan and Kobe.
No,
Right?
To me, he was still light years away.
Yeah, and he was.
He was one of the greatest
He
players.
was the next incoming guy. Like, hey, you know what? This is the next guy.
Injuries or not, I don't think he reaches that point. He doesn't reach
No,
Kobe or Michael.
Yeah, I don't think injuries were because he was pretty healthy overall until like maybe 2012, right after LeBron left probably.
No, it was like when LeBron showed up.
When LeBron showed up, he started getting kind of hurt, shoulder stuff, right? But I like that question. But D Wade, I think at the end of the day,
So for me,
Melo does have a college
ring.
college championship too as well.
Yeah,
College too. Damn, too bad he didn't win a NBA. Well, he's
It's not over. That's not over
yet.
It's not over
But too bad
yet.
he didn't win. He got into all of them, man. That's
I
pretty
know.
cool. Be like Magic.
He could have been.
Yeah.
If you said today, Jeremy, let me see if I can be Max. The aliens are raining down, and you need 1 bucket
Yeah.
for the sake of humanity.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a great question though. Melo or D Wade?
Mellow.
Yeah, I think
If I need a bucket,
I go Melo too.
like whatever happens, I need you to score this freaking.
Yeah, I go Melo too. No, I go Melo too. When it comes to that,
Melo. Give me Melo.
When it comes down to scoring, I think a lot of people forget how bad Melo was. A bad man.
Have you seen the? It's taken off topic, but Karl Malone interview where they talk about Michael Jordan. He's like, when you hear Michael Jordan, what do you think of? He's like, Michael Jordan. And he's like, that's it. And he's like, yeah. He's like,
What?
gets into this little southern thing. He's like, a lot of people think Michael Jordan's a bad man.
Mhm.
He's like, and he is. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. He's like, but let's not forget something. I was a bad man too. I was out there. I was bad.
Yeah, Karl
Don't
Malone was
forget
bad.
that. And I don't know why. I just thought of that.
Because of the bad man.
Because you said bad man. That's what it was.
Hey, Melo
Bucket
was
today.
a bad man.
Melo is one of the. See, now this is where Melo has
An
a
edge, but
possible thing.
the question,
where he could say Melo might be the greatest scoring
yeah,
small forward, maybe behind Elgin.
close, or you just a score, or like clutch score, dude. Melo was nasty, dude.
Melo's nasty,
Melo
man.
has some like I like to say because of
He does
quoting
have
the great Kobe Bryant. He got some cojones.
He does,
Got some
and
big cojones.
so that to me would put him over the edge. But I look at overall game.
Yeah,
overall
technically
game
the question is
D-Wade.
overall. D-Wade,
overall
100%.
game. D Wade. Give me maybe the next one. Will somebody else.
Yeah, we do another one.
Aliens
that's like
are raining down on us.
D-Wade's a great leader too. I like D-Wade in general.
Exactly. D Wade he just has that it factor.
Yeah.
Right. Like Melo has the it factor on the court, but like you see like.
Yeah, I think Melo has a little bit more of a gritty. I mean, not Melo. Sorry, D-Wade had a little more gritty and just the little more fire to win at the end of the day. Even though Melo
did it. Melo did it. Well, he didn't do it, but he was great for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Denver Melo, excellent.
Denver Melo was nasty.
First half of New York Melo,
Yeah,
could have won an MVP.
yeah, but then just didn't happen.
And it didn't happen. The team wasn't no good. Phil Jackson showed up, and
Blah, blah,
he got
blah.
older. He put on weight. And
Yeah,
it is what it is. Maddie, I forgot to tell you.
Yes.
Well, one thing real quick. We got a new segment.
Yeah, we do have a new segment.
Really quick new segment.
Are you introducing it?
Yeah. Oh, you want it? Would you like to introduce
I
it?
mean,
Maddie?
it's your thing, so
So I will be introducing Jeremy's tip of the day.
yeah. And I like it at the end because this is Jeremy. Who are we giving our tip of the day to?
I would like to say I tip my cap to certain people. And today's tip of the day is brought to you actually by the jersey I'm wearing today, Mr. Drew Brees.
Oh, very nice.
Announcing retirement after 20 excellent years in the NFL.
I like the tie-in.
Drew Brees, I tip my cap to you.
I love that. That's great. I'm talking about the segment. It's good. Good idea. I like it. Let's continue it. But that was a good way to end it because, Drew Brees is, we've slowly watched football. He's done a lot of cool things, and he's finally won for New Orleans when he won back in, what was that, 2009? No, 2010?
Katrina year.
Yeah, right? Right around there. 2008, maybe.
9?
But
10. 09. Because he was on the cover of 10, I think.
Yes, yeah. I figured it was 09. Drew Brees was always a likable guy, but even more likable on the field.
Great player. I saw something the other day. Is he a top 5 quarterback of all time?
Man.
I saw the poll. I clicked yes. But now I need to go back and think. Because from a statistical standpoint, he owns damn near every
He does?
offensive record
He does?
for QB. So if you're looking at the numbers state, he's top 5.
There you go.
Look at the rings. He's got one.
There's-
Could have won more.
Got-
Past 4 years, made it to the championship.
He's got one.
NFC championship.
He's got one.
He's got one.
That's all
and
that
that's all that
matters.
matters to me. I think we're gonna run long. We may run a little longer today, Matty,
Yeah.
because we forgot one segment.
What did we forget?
What have we been doing the past few weeks?
Getting ready for
The MLB
season. That's right.
This one's a little easier to me, so this one won't be as long.
Okay.
Your MLB NL Central predictions, Matty.
The National League.
The NL Central
Sorry.
Division prediction. Woo!
So you remember when they show those memes and stuff when you're playing a video game, you kind of chill back and the other team starts
and then
kicking
that
your
happens,
ass.
and you're like, you're playing FIFA and it's down to like the last 5
And you're
minutes.
like, all right, I gotta. That's what I just did right now. I was kind of like one leg was kind of standing.
You
I was
were
like,
ready,
I was ready to kind of stretch, give my stretch. But you're right. We're right. We got to finish this because we did this two times ago and I messed up. All right, let's do this.
So, NL Central, let's knock them out.
Let's do it.
Remember, at the end, your MVP candidate for
Yep.
this division.
Yep.
Cy Young candidate
Yep.
for this division.
I like that. And I think that's it.
And give me where these 5 teams are going to
We're
land.
gonna
All right?
land. All right.
So, you want to go all 5 first and I'll go all 5? Or you want to go back and forth?
No. All right, we'll go 5, 4, 4. We can do it together.
Sounds good.
All right. So, coming in last place,
Not a hard one.
not a hard one at all. The poor, you like how I use the P? The poor Pittsburgh Pirates. That team, man, something's going on there. I feel bad.
Invest money, you cheap bastards.
What? But yeah, you're right. They got a stud in my opinion. Keep an eye out for him, guys. Maybe I shouldn't say this for our MLB draft next week, but
Which one?
they got a stud in Key Brian Hayes.
Third baseman.
I personally, third baseman, and you know me, I'm a third base. I personally think he's legit.
Okay.
So I'm
MLB
looking.
says he has no power, but okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I think he's a good player. Defensively, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
He's shown that he can hit the ball a little bit so far, 60 games. But I like him. That's the only bright spot from the Pirates. They're finishing dead last.
I was like, where did Benintendi end up? He didn't end up there.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Still Central.
I'm gonna agree with you here. Those Pittsburgh Pirates aren't gonna win more than 60 games this year. They're gonna lose over 100. It's not pretty. You have Cole Tucker, who's I believe playing center field,
Yep.
and is
Dating
now
Vanessa
dating
Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens.
I go over him.
That's probably the bright spot there. You got Hayes at third. You got
You don't
the
have
center-
much.
Brian Reynolds, who I believe can swing it a little bit. Not a lot of
Brian
pop.
Reynolds. That's right. Not Brian Anderson. Brian Reynolds. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be playing left field. Left field has good contact rate.
He's good
Hit-
contact.
He had a
hitter.
bad year last year.
Yeah, he
Not gonna
did.
lie, that 60 season killed a lot of people. Killed him.
Yep.
Gregory Polanco is never gonna live up to the hype.
Yep.
You got rid of Josh Bell. Chris Archer's not there with the hair no more.
You can move on from the Pirates.
Moran.
Poor Pirates. They're not going anywhere.
No Tyon. Damn it, they got nobody.
Nobody.
They're in fifth for a reason. Maddie, your fourth place team.
All right.
I think I know this one too.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go with the Reds.
Yeah.
The Cincinnati Reds. Shocker.
That's actually kind of
It's a little closer.
by a lot. Is it like they're like, because you said it pretty like convincingly, like they're fourth.
I think they're fourth for sure. The next three are gonna be the close ones because I don't know that one. That's tough. That's just a guess. But yeah, the Reds.
All right, so this is an interesting one.
You're going with the Reds too? No, you're
No, I am not going to
Yeah, I know
go
who
with
you're
the
going
Reds. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this.
who
I'm
you're
looking
going
at this.
3,
And my fourth team,
2,
I love this guy,
1.
but he's ending up in fourth place.
The Brewers.
The Milwaukee
Yeah, I
Brewers
knew you
are
were
going to
gonna
go
I know
in
you're gonna say the
fourth.
Brewers.
Devin Williams, stud.
Yep.
Josh Hader,
Stud.
he's regressed,
Yeah.
but still stud.
Yep.
Christian Yelich, oof, I love that guy.
I know you like him.
I love that guy.
But like you said, 60-game season didn't not help him.
No,
Did
it
not
didn't help him. I don't think he's going to be that bad, but to me, they have no starting pitching still, right? They got Anderson, Chase Anderson.
I don't know if they still have him, but
No.
Woodruff is their guy.
Yeah, they got Brandon Woodruff, and
They have Lindblom, who pitched today against the Dodgers.
oh my God, I can't remember. They got two guys that are decent. But
Yep.
There's no ace.
Yep.
You don't have the
Burns,
stopper.
Corbin Burns.
That's
yeah.
Corbin Burns. Exactly.
That's what you're looking for.
Exactly. So they got two decent guys, not aces yet.
Mm-hmm.
Bullpen's pretty solid. That's where really they live, right? They decided to go all bullpen, screw the starting
You
pitching.
got
Let's pitch Chacin 50 times.
yeah. You still have you have Keston Hiura moving to first base. You have
I like the Colton Wong addition.
Colton Wong as an addition. You
they're
have Jackie
bad
Bradley
defensive.
Jr. now as an addition.
JBJ out there.
Is Lorenzo Cain
is
coming
gonna
back?
be left fielder.
Left fielder.
No, right field. Yelich in the left.
And Jackie Bradley Jr. in center.
JBJ in
Okay.
center.
Defense improved.
Garcia is going to be the fourth outfielder.
Interesting. He's a fourth
Acevedo,
outfielder.
Garcia. Yeah.
He's a bat though, man.
Yeah, he's a bat. He's not a. I think he's okay.
He's okay.
decent.
He's okay.
Okay. I got him 80 wins.
Fourth place.
80 wins, fourth place. My third place team is your Reds.
Okay.
I have the Cincinnati Reds going to go third. I like Luis Castillo. The bullpen's not solid. Could be better, but, hopefully it's just bad luck.
Okay.
You have Moustakis. You have Castellanos. Joey Votto's not the guy anymore, but he's still a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some pieces to win 82 games. Those 82 games are going to get you third place.
Okay.
So you're going to be 1 over 500.
All right. My turn.
Your turn, third place. Man.
Third place.
I'm assuming we switched.
No.
Flip-flop.
A little shocker, I guess.
Oh, no.
I'm going with the Cubs. I think the Cubs.
I was going to put the Cubs
I think the
low.
Cubs come in third place. Yeah, I think the downfall continues. I don't think they're.
To me, their season relies on Chris Bryant.
Yeah, if he's back to where he was, then hey, now you got Javi Baez, you have Chris Bryant, you
Or
have.
Javi Baez.
Hey,
I'm not a believer in
I
that.
know you're not, but I'm just saying
he's a defensive wizard.
you don't think he's like. But anyways, what I'm saying
Go
is, if they all can hit a little bit, Javi Baez, Chris Bryant, Wilson Contreras, Anthony Rizzo, Jock Peterson,
Smoking out there.
so can
My boy. My boy's killing it.
Yeah, the pitching. I don't know. I don't know who
How
they
do
are.
have Cy Young, Jake Arrieta?
Oh no. But I'm going with them. Not much to them to go. So then from there
Get rid
I'll
of
go to
you,
number
huh?
2. Number 2 for me.
Did they get Lucchesi?
No,
For you?
no. Mets got him.
That's right.
Second place. I'm going with the Brewers. I think the Brewers are a scrappy team, and I'm gonna.
No, they're scrappy as
I
hell.
think they're scrappy as hell, and I think they're gonna scrap their
The
hell.
only
into
issue is how long can you scrap for?
how long can you? You're right. You're right.
That's my issue with them. Can you scrap for 162 games? We saw it. And look how tired they were when they got to the playoffs.
True. I still think they can do it. I like them. I like them a lot better. I think they have honestly more heart than the Cubs now.
Honestly, okay. Go ahead. I'll tell you next.
That's who I'm going with. So if we would go Pirates, 60s probably, maybe low 70s in the wins. The Reds, I'm at fourth place. I'm actually lowballing them. I'm gonna go like a 78, 79, 80 win season. Close to yours. Third place Cubs though. This is where it gets it's gonna get close. 84, 85. Milwaukee, 84, 85, 86, right around there. And then, of course, my first place, which is Barry. But go ahead, go to your second place.
My second place here, just on your thing with the Brewers real quick. I'm going in a second. They are one Yelich injury away
Yeah,
from Pirates to me.
Okay. That's
I
why
think-
you do. That's why you don't trust him as much.
I think Yelich has been healthy most of his career,
Yeah.
right? And I'm knock on wood, he doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoy watching him.
Mhm.
But they're literally one injury away.
Yeah.
Whether it's him, Woodruff, or Burns, one injury away from that season being like
You have a great point.
a bad
I'm sticking
season.
to it though.
That's fine. You can stick with them.
Mhm.
My second place team, I don't like talking about them, but I'm gonna put them here. They got a great addition at third base. Defensively, they should be
Wow,
pretty
you're going
good,
with them
defensively
second.
sound.
Okay.
Got some good pitching. I'm going to go ahead and take the St. Louis Cardinals to be the number 2 team with 87 wins.
Wow. All right.
87 wins. I think they have enough to be a first-place team. But I think they're going to be slightly edged by the Chicago Cubs.
Okay.
I'm not going to say I'm a big Cub believer, but I'm counting on Bryant to have a comeback season. Javi Baez should not be hitting 200 again. He'll probably hit like 270 with a 280 on base. Play great defensively. You got Rizzo still. You got my boy Jock out there. You got Ian Happ, who I believe crushes righties.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Hayward looks like he's becoming Jason Hayward again a little bit. Getting a lot better. Second base. Who's on second base right now?
For who?
The Cubs.
They signed somebody. I forgot who, though.
Why can't I remember right now?
I can't tell you right now. I don't remember.
Well, I know that they have a decent second baseman.
Okay.
Catcher, Contreras. Pretty damn good, right?
Solid.
Their question's going to be pitching, right?
Mhm.
And they just got rid of Yu Darvish, so what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think they'll figure it out. I'm not saying Jake Arrieta's going to have a bounce back year, but I think he'll be decent. It's nice being in a familiar spot.
Okay.
That's why I have them going number 1 with 88 wins. I said Cardinals 87. 88.
Well, for me, first place is going to be the Cardinals, and I think they're going to be 88, so I'm right around there. I just think the Cardinals are a little more solid overall as a team. They're just going to...
That's fair.
They're going to be more consistent, in my opinion. They're just going to give a same
And
product.
then you have David Ross now in Chicago. I know he was
Yeah,
the manager last year, but it's a little harder.
I just like them to be a little more consistent, not going through these like crazy ass slumps. I don't think they're going to score much. I'm not sure, even with the addition of Nolan Arenado, but I think they're going to be a much more solid team. So that's why I'm choosing them to be first. And of course, you can't go wrong with the Cardinal way, I guess. Ugh, I hate saying that, but that's going to be my first place team. That division, I don't think is going to be strong overall. I don't think it's going to be a strong contender in general.
No, they'll be tight because they're all mediocre.
Exactly, and I think within themselves they'll be tight, but at the end of the day, they'll be one of the weaker teams to come out. Most likely not going to be anything of a push for MLB World Series champions or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But to end on our segment on this segment,
MVP, Cy Young
MVP, and Cy Young. Cy Young, I'm sticking to him. I hope he continues to grow because I'm a big fan of him. Jack Flaherty. He is my Cy Young. Yeah, I think he's really good. I like him a lot. That slider's nasty. I've been to 2 Dodger games a couple years ago, and when we faced the Cardinals, every time that mother effer was there, and he would one hit, 2 hit the Dodgers like
Did
they
you
just
go the year he faced Bueller, like in the middle of the day?
Yeah.
You went to that game?
I went to the one where he faced somebody. Jock pimped a home run and he barely got it over. I remember.
Oh no.
And but anyways, I like him for my Cy Young, and for my MVP. Oh boy, I don't want to play it safe and go with Arenado. Let's go with someone else, Matt. How about we go with old reliable? He gives one more hurrah, one more great season of a great career, and he'll slowly start to come down, and that's Mr. Paul Goldschmidt. I'll give my MVP to him.
Ooh, hey, that's not out of the realm.
Last hurrah for him. Was it 34? Yeah.
Something like that. My Cy Young candidate is not Flaherty. It's not Arrieta. Not Tyler Mahy. Not Sonny Gray. But
Kyle Hendricks.
No, you got to throw
Luis
over
Castillo.
90. Luis Castillo. Luis Castillo is going to be my Cy Young candidate. I think we saw him really progress last year.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he takes another step. He's got an electric fastball. He's got great movement on his pitches. The thing that with him that might hurt him, but hopefully he gets the Jacob deGrom kind of nod. His ERA is probably going to be a little higher, but then they're going to look and be like, yeah, your team can't play defense. That's why your ERA is a little higher than it should be.
That's fine. They're not going to play defense.
No. So that's why I have him right there. My MVP vote. It's easy to go Yelich.
That's right. I know.
Yelich, I'm going to say this. Yelich would be my one. I'm going to
Okay.
definitely say Yelich is my one. But something that I'm hoping to see happen to prove me right once again, Chris Bryant goes for his second MVP.
Interesting, because that's gonna. If he does, that means that your Cubs are going first.
The Cubs are going to be in the top realm if he's
True.
Cy Young candidate, right? So I would take him to be my MVP guy. Fingers crossed, I get one of my votes right this year.
All right, we'll see.
All right, Maddie. This is the end of episode number 62.
Way to catch that at the end, man. Hey, tip of the cap to you.
Tip of the cap. Tip of the cap to everybody out there. Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
Make sure
thank
you guys
you, everybody.
find us anywhere podcasts are streamed. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or you can find us on our website, Going Deep with Matthew and Jeremy, where you can find all of our affiliates, all of our episodes.
We love you
and
all.
of course, all of our merchandise that is out there. Everybody,
Much love.